Hi folks, Chris Voss and my new puppy here. We're here to bring you the review of the Canon 7200. I think it's the IS II that we're going to be reviewing today. And of course, be sure to check out the other Canon reviews we've done, including the recent 5D Mark III that we reviewed from Canon. Be sure to look for that. And be sure to tune in to see what me and Puppy think of this 7200 lens and everything else. Okay, so let's get into this. This is an immaculate lens, the 7200 millimeter with stabilization, and of course I should pronounce it right, the EF 70-200 f2.8 IS II USM. Whole mouthful to take and put together there, but it definitely takes incredibly great pictures, especially better than the product that's just $1,000 less than it. It's the EF 200 f2.8 L USM. This thing definitely is worth the extra money you're going to spend on it, and for a lot of reasons. So let's talk about them. One is image stabilization. Image stabilization comes with this lens. Super important to have, especially as heavy as it is, and how much weight it's going to add to your camera. So having the image stabilization is going to make a huge difference for you. And I would say this is one of the top lenses you should own in your catalog, or at least in my opinion it is. I really love the 7200. It gives me quite a range to shoot from, and the pictures are always just sharp and beautiful. So the difference with this lens is it comes with 1 fluorite and 5 UD elements for increased optical quality and reduced chromatic aberration. It's got a minimum focusing distance of 1.2 meters and 3.9 feet at all zoom levels, which is useful for photographers in small spaces trying to get closer to a subject. It features the next generation Canon optical image stabilization, giving you up to 4 stops of correction at all focal lengths, and with all the L series, of course, dust and moisture resistant and designed for use in challenging environments that most professional people are going to use. So, just really beautiful. The whole lens construction is a total of 23 elements in 19 groups, 1 fluoride, 5 UD elements, and it's got an inner focusing system, which is really cool. I love the inner focusing situation. You don't have the thing where you're going in and out and all that sort of good stuff. It's all taken care of inside the lens, and I think that gives you just great bokeh and everything else when it comes down to it. So, just a beautiful, beautiful lens, and from the shooting we did with it, it was just awesome. And in comparison to the much cheaper downgraded lens, doesn't have image stabilization. That's the same EF 200 millimeter f2.8 L USM they have on the Canon site. It blows away the pictures. It's worth the extra $1,000 to take and pay to have the image stabilization and everything else. As you can see, it comes with several different more dials and switches, if you will, to take and adjust what you want to take and do. It does just a beautiful, beautiful job and takes incredible pictures. I highly recommend it. It's one of the top things you should have in your bag. I really love it, and it gets me great pictures, especially when I'm working with animals or just outside. If I want to do people, street shooting, it gives me great street shoots. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take this lens out to like Venice Beach, and I'll be shooting people walking up and down the boardwalk, and it gives me that area where I can just sit in one place and I can zoom in, zoom out, and get my shots done. So I highly recommend it. Be sure you check it out. Go to usa.canon.com. That's usa.canon.com. Check out the Canon EF 7200 f2.8 L IS II USM. Tell them Chris Voss sent you. Chris Voss tested, Chris Voss approved. Be sure to check in the chrisvossshow.com often. And Puppy loves it too, because the new Husky, we're taking a lot of pictures of this lens. Thanks for coming by.